Hey, you got Fox here. So I'm going to do a video right now on thresholds. I've got a lot of questions from people about what I mean when I say thresholds. But basically, what thresholds are different levels that you hit in Madden and stats to get and unlock better animations for your players. Now, this is going to be very important when doing player reviews. They got to hit this certain threshold. So maybe a player only gets a +1 upgrade over another one. But if he hits a whole new threshold, that player is going to play completely different than his previous version because these things unlock the new animation. We know how animation-based Madden is. You know, everything like the interactions between players, whether we're juking, spinning, jumping, catching, it's all animation-based, whether you're going to win or lose based on a roll of the dice. So these thresholds help you roll the better animations, the better dice rolls. You'll get, you know, more weighted in your favor. Now, there are some stats that are threshold stats and other stats that aren't. This information was taken from the connected franchise mode when you can level up a player or add points to a player to raise their rating. This is what it describes. Now, Rex promised and other developers promised, I don't know, I just heard from Rex, maybe not other developers, a blog explaining this, but this is what we got for now. Until they put out a blog on thresholds, this is what we're going to have to work on. For agility, we'll go down one by one. Agility allows players to change direction and make deceptive moves. We knew that about the change directive. Deceptive moves, okay. It kind of makes sense, but it's weird that the new hurdle moves, it's hurdle moves, not other type of moves, are unlocked at 80, 85, 90, 95. Now, conceptually it makes sense because there's a juke stack, there's a spin stat, but why would agility make hurdle moves and not something like jumping? So now I know the better hurdle moves are tied to agility, so agility becomes more important. It was already pretty important for like changing direction in my mind, but even more now because I like to hurdle. Hurdling's fun. It's really funny getting over a guy that's trying to hit sticky low. Just hurdle right over him. So they're at 80, 85, 90, 95. So Rex, in our Lost podcast, me and his interview, the greatest interview of all time that's lost to the sands of time, he said they call them tier 5 moves above that highest threshold. I like to call them tier or grade A moves because I just like the A to F series better because frequently I'm on the lower end and I look up at A's. But so the 95 and above means we're getting those tier 5, those A moves. That's kind of what you want to look for. 95 to 99, it'll help you move a little bit better, change direction better, but your highest animations are unlocked at 95 this year for those agility, for those hurdle moves. All right, moving on to Juke Moves. They're different thresholds for every one of these stats. So maybe I should put this video in the description of my like player reviews and stuff, or I don't know. Maybe have this as a reference for anybody asking about thresholds going forward. But Juke Move, increase the Juke Move to fake out defenders in the open field. New Juke Moves are unlocked at 65, 78, and 90. So basically that's saying there's no difference between a 78 and a 90, except like these are just for animations. So you'll have a better chance at faking. Like when a juke is inputted by a controller, there's a, like I said, an equation, a dice roll that's taken into effect when you put that in. The chances of you faking out a defender. Now, I don't know the defender style is if it's play rec, awareness, or what makes them be able to not get juked out. But the higher your number, no matter whether you hit the threshold or not, is going to help you beat their awareness or whatever it is on defense to juke them out. So, but at 90, you're gonna get the sweetest juke moves, the best animations, and you'll have just that much better. Like this is very important for those +1s. And like a player could play it completely different if they get a +1 and they go from like 89 to 90 juke move. So that's why in the reviews I reference them so often. Spin move. Increase the spin move to spin around tacklers in the open field. New spin moves are unlocked at 65, 79, and 88. So there's slightly different thresholds for different moves. So this one goes at 90. And this is the top spin move threshold to 88. So that's something to look out for. So spin move's another threshold stat to get those better animations in the spin move. Because you know what the animations I'm talking about in the running game. So it makes sense that way. Trucking is another threshold-based one. Kind of interesting to me because the trucking moves all seem very similar. There's like maybe 4 different trucking moves. I don't know. Bo Jackson's had some great trucking moves. One where he like explodes through the guy and keeps running. But anyways, trucking moves are unlocked at 65, 70, and 90. So you'll get no different animations between 70 and 90, which is crazy. But again, the higher your stat, the better chance you have at trucking and getting over that guy. Also this year, Rex stated that speed is also factored into weight when trying to truck somebody. And we've noticed in year past, height also matters. Although maybe it matters less this year. It hasn't been tested. Stiff arm. Increasing stiff arm to break out a tackle. So you'll get the best stiff arm animation at 88. But as long as you're over that 78 threshold, it should be okay. I don't think you're going to really do a lot of damage with a 78 stiff arm, though. Next up, Spectacular Catch. I will put this imager in the description. I think I may have said that. I'm not so sure anymore. Life comes at you fast. 95 is that like that amazing animation. New Spectacular Catches. I don't know what animation in particular, because they seem to add more every year, is at 95, but that's really what you want to get to. If not 95, then 90, but look for that. Whoever's going to have that first 95 might be glitchy. And that is it for threshold stats in CFM. The rest of them, according to CFM, are just straight increases. Like speed's a straight increase. Like one more speed, there's no threshold. You're just going to go a little bit faster than the one less speed than you already have. But let me know what you guys think. Any other stats you think are threshold stats in your mind? And let me know if this cleared anything up for thresholds and what they are and what they do. But thanks for watching Call to Action. I'll see you tomorrow.